Hey, good morning from La La Land. How are you guys? Oh, my hair's a hot mess. I do apologize. If you are watching me live online, just pop me a message in the chat box just so I can make sure that you can all hear me, see me, that the tech is doing what it's meant to be doing. Let me just see here. What have we got going on? Hear me, see me, and the tech. I can see myself. So that's a good start. Let me see what's going on in this chat box. Okay, wait, let me just pop this out 1 second. Okay, I can see people watching. Can you guys see the chat box? Let me see what's going on here. Yes, I think we have a chat box. Okay, so that one's obviously just not doing its thing. But I can see Sabrina saying hello. That's great. Free to shine bright. Oh, amazing. Okay, so I can see the chat box there. That's good. So then I am just going to move this here so I can see the chat and I can see you guys. Okay, amazing. Welcome to this morning's Money Masterclass. I am so excited that so many of you are here. And oh God, where to begin? There is just so much to tell you. Have you guys done one of my debt masterclasses before this one? Because this is technically meant to be a masterclass all about debt, but I feel like I want to give you so much more today. If you've done the debt masterclass previously, let me know because I can give you a little bit more. If you've never done the debt masterclass before and you really wanted the debt stuff, then I'm going to give you the debt stuff as well. Okay, so whilst you guys are kind of like filling me in on where you're up to, I'm just going to introduce myself. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Harriette. I am from the brand Ask Harriette. It's a coaching company. I have been coaching now for, a long time, 4 or 5 years. I've been in business for 13 years. So I set up my first company when I was 18. So I just gave away my age. And I was very successful, very, very young. And by the time I was 22, 23, I was earning £250,000 a year running my music academy and my music agency. And that's my background. I'm a musician by profession. And I went through some really, God, I don't know how real and raw to be with you guys. I went through some really dark times. I was in a domestically abusive relationship. I became severely depressed. I tried to commit suicide. I ended up going through voluntary therapy. I was admitted to a psych ward. I was not in the best place. So I took some time out to basically get my head right, get my head together. And this amazing, beautiful business that I'd built, I actually left in the hands of 3 of my staff members. And to cut a long story short, those 3 staff members decided to swipe my company from me. And when I came back from voluntary therapy feeling a bit better about life, I had no business to come back to. They had literally stolen everything from me. They'd stolen my client list. They'd stolen my intellectual property. They'd stolen all of my music students. And I basically came back to a business that didn't exist. And overnight, I went into £60,000 worth of debt because I still had this beautiful music school that I was running. And a building to pay for and bills to pay and no clients, no students, nothing to speak of. So I was in a really, really dark place. Let's put it that way. I was spiritually broken. I was emotionally broken. I was mentally broken. I was financially fucked, let's be honest. And that debt, that 60K of debt became £200,000 worth of debt, which is about $250,000 for those of you who are in the States. It was a lot of debt. I racked up that debt over the course of a year, maybe 18 months. And by the time I was 25, I was in the worst position I think I'd ever been in my life, financially speaking. And everybody around me, my parents, my friends, my financial advisors, my accountant, my solicitor, everyone just said to me, listen, Harriette, you are in so deep right now. There's just way too much debt hanging over you. You need to go bankrupt. You need to fold the company. You need to go into corporate. You need to get yourself a 9 to 5. You're young, you're smart, you'll figure it out. It'll be fine. And that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. In fact, the idea of going bankrupt and the idea of getting a job more so, I mean, that was the worst bit, just filled me with dread. It made me that would have killed me. Like, that would have actually killed my soul. So I didn't listen to the advice, and instead I decided to keep pushing and trying to get myself out of this hole. And bear in mind, I'd already built a business up once before, so I knew I was capable of doing it again. But for whatever reason, the same strategies that I was using to build the company the second time around, they just weren't working. Like, everything that I tried that used to work, I just stopped working. And I was just so confused. I was like, how the hell? Why is it not even working? So, to cut a long story short, I turned to spirituality. I turned to the law of attraction, which I'm sure so many of you have heard of. I found that book, The Secret, which I know so many people have read, discovered manifestation, and for a short time, it actually worked. It changed my life. And I know so many people have a very similar story when it comes to the law of attraction, in that they start implementing some of the manifestation principles and it works for a bit and then it just stops working. But for a long time, couple of years, this law of attraction stuff really worked. And I was super committed to my spiritual path. I actually trained to be an energy healer. So I had all the energy work done. I was seeing different healers and gurus and teachers, and I was doing loads of yoga, and I was like really committing to a daily meditation practice and practicing gratitude and calling in all the things and doing the manifestation, like super committed to it. And it helped me so much that I decided to train myself as an energy healer and an energy reader. And then I went on to train as a priestess. And then earlier this year, I actually initiated as a high priestess. So I've been a practicing priestess now for 18 months. But this year, initiated as high priestess. And part of the role of being a priestess is having this direct connection to source. When I say source, guys, I mean like universe, I mean God, I mean angels, Jesus, like whoever, whatever your cosmic parent is. My teachings kind of, they're not religion specific. It kind of is all encompassing. We from a consciousness perspective, this is what I'm kind of coaching you guys through later. Everything's accepted. Everything, everyone's beliefs, every idea or view of life, that's all completely accepted in spirituality, in my spirituality as a priestess, as in consciousness. We accept all things. So I like to use the word, the language, source or universe or spirit. But when I say that, you guys can just interpret that as God, angels, Jesus, cosmic parent, or nothing, just energy, if you like. It really doesn't matter. But part of my role as priestess is that I have this direct connection to source, and I download information and I channel messages for you guys, for my clients, for my Instagram, for like whoever wants. And so over the years, with my spiritual training and my business strategy and all the things, I've combined these two. And from that place that I was in when I was 25 years old, and I was just starting on the spiritual stuff, but then really developing my business strategies as well, I actually managed to not only pay off the $250,000 worth of debt, I actually made myself a self-made millionaire by age 29. So in just 4 years, from being in that horrendously dark place to then being 29 years old and a self-made millionaire, I discovered the money consciousness, like all the stuff that I teach you guys. I'm still the only person in the world teaching it. It is not law of attraction. It is not manifestation. It's so much bigger than that. I suppose it's like law of attraction 2.0 on steroids, coupled with a really smart business mind, loads of business strategy, tried and tested methods for making money, creating money, leveraging money, understanding money, and there's a whole host of spirituality and consciousness that comes with it. So this is me, this is where I'm at, this is what I do. I do it for my clients as well. I've had so many people come to me in horrendous financial positions, and I've helped them completely transform their lives, and not just their money. Something I always say about money, the way we do money is the way we do life. So if I can help you change your money situation, I'll help you change your life. If I can help you change your life situation, I'll help you change your money. Like, the two go hand in hand. They're not separated. But for me, the money piece is so important because we're human beings and money is our birthright, and we need it to be stable and secure. We don't necessarily need to all be millionaires. We don't need to have bucket loads of the stuff, but we deserve, and we have a right and responsibility to have enough that we can abundantly support ourselves and support all those people around us, right? So one of the first lessons that I teach, and it's semi-spiritual, but it's also just hard truth fact, you have a right and a responsibility to abundance. And it's lovely to say, oh, well, yeah, it's my birthright to be abundant. Yeah. But that's your right to it, yes. But the responsibility bit, that's where I'm really, really big on this coaching bit, because so many people can say, well, yeah, I can say my affirmations all day and I can, I can really believe that I'm worthy of abundance, but then nothing happens and you don't get the money that you desire, right? It's because you're not taking that responsibility piece. You're not applying money consciousness, and money consciousness literally is the tool that changes your life. It changes your thinking, it changes your mindset, it changes your energy, it changes your bank balance, it changes your relationships. Like, honestly, guys, it's freaking amazing. I adore teaching this stuff. Anyway, let me share as much as I can about money consciousness whilst we're on this live, and of course the things about debt that will blow your mind. Because like I said, I got myself out of $250,000 worth of debt and declared myself a self-made millionaire in under 4 years. Okay, it's possible, guys. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm a musician. Like, that is my background. I went to university, I studied music. So I don't have a fancy schmancy business degree. I'm not an accountant. Like, I don't do bookkeeping. There's nothing different about me than you guys. So if I can do it, you can do it too, okay? And I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people have the same financial transformation. So, right, let's start with some of the basics. Money is just energy. So like everything else in our universe, money is just energy. We are energy. The air that we breathe is energy. The food that we eat is energy. The relationships that we have is energy. The conversations that we have are energy. Everything is energy. Like the chair, the clothes, your hair, everything's all energy. Money is just another form of energy, and all energy in the universe vibrates at a different frequency. And that's science, that's physics. Everything in our universe has a specific vibration. Money also has a vibration. Money needs to flow through the path of least resistance. In fact, all energy needs to flow through the path of least resistance. I don't know if you guys did that experiment in science class, in physics, when you set up the like little electricity grid and you had to like connect the dots and so that the light bulb would come on or the buzzer would go off. Do you remember that from high school? We did that. And that was just like a basic physics lesson in energy needs to flow through the path of least resistance. It's just scientific law. It just is. That's just how it is. But it's also universal law. Money needs to flow through the path of least resistance. Right. The path that money flows through is through you. You are the vessel. You are a conduit for energy. You are the vessel that money flows through. You are a conduit of energy. So money literally flows through you. Energy flows through you. And you know this from the air that you breathe. You breathe in oxygen. You breathe out carbon dioxide. You know this from the food that you eat. You eat your food and you poop your poop, right? You are just constantly transforming energy. You are receiving and dispersing energy. You are the vessel for energy to flow through. And when it comes to money, your bank accounts, your credit cards, your loans, your overdrafts, even your homes, your offices, your cars, all of these things are extensions of your energetic capacity to receive and disperse the energy of money. So we need to ensure that your bank accounts, your loans, your credit cards, your overdraft, your home, your office, all the things, and you yourself are wide open and energetically available to receive and disperse money. And I say this disperse thing really quite potently because a lot of people get really hung up about having a lot of money in savings. And that comes from a really fear-based place. How many of you guys have had conversations with yourself or with a partner, or just, had an idea that you really want to have money in savings? Like, I really want to have money in savings. And how many of you will actually acknowledge that that desire to have money in savings is coming from a fear-based place, from a place of, well, what if I run out of money, or what if something bad happens, or I need like a contingency plan, like I need just in case something bad happens. That's why we aspire to have money in savings. But that energy of fear, that frequency of fear, is actually blocking the flow of money. Okay, so you can desire to have savings all day long. You can desire to pay off your credit cards all day long. You can desire to be a millionaire all day long. But if there are negative frequencies in the flow that money's meant to come through to you, then you're not going to be able to receive the money. This is where so many people get stuck on it and so hung up on it. They don't realize that they are their own biggest block when it comes to receiving money. And just this idea that we're going to receive money and we're going to hold it in a savings account, money doesn't like that. Like, the frequency of money doesn't vibe with that. You've got to think of yourself as it's a dating game, right? With money, it's a dating game. And you guys, I'm sure you know, because you're all adults, if you've been on a date and you don't vibe with someone, you just move on. You're like, no, not for me. next person, next date, next whatever. And then you find that person that you really vibe with, and you have a really lovely relationship. Money's exactly the same thing, because everything's energy. So money just wants to have a good relationship with you, which means money needs to be vibing with you. Money needs to find people that it's like, yeah, I can vibe with this person because this person's got high vibration. This person's got a nice open flow channel for me to flow through. This person's not got fear and negativity and all the things. So I can vibe with that, right? Which is why so many successful people, wealthy people, are happy, high vibrational people. They're not happy because they made the money. They made the money because they're happy. And they made the money because they are consciously aware of their own energy and realize where it is that they're blocking their own flow, right? So like Richard Branson, classic example, so consciously aware. He's such a spiritual individual. He does all the energy work. He does the money consciousness, like he does all the things. Perhaps he doesn't talk about it as much as I do. I'm really, really open about this stuff, but I guarantee you every single wealthy, successful person has money consciousness. Every single one. They are super spiritual. They're super aware of the energy, and they work really, really freaking hard on their own vibration and their own emotions. They take personal responsibility for where they're at. So money needs to flow through the path of least resistance. Money is just a form of energy. Let me share with you guys the debt. The 4 things about debt that will change your life. I'm just going to pull up the slides here. Is this making sense to you guys so far? Just drop me a message in the chat box and let me know if that resonates. I am just going to pull up the slides. Now, theoretically, I should be able to share my screen with you. So let me see if I can do this. Where are your beautiful faces? Here we go. So here, I should be able to share, and then application window, this one. Okay. Can you guys see this? Four things you didn't know about debt, guaranteed to increase your money flow fast. Okay, so here's the first one. This will blow your socks off. The notion of consumer credit and credit scoring is a very new creation developed only by the patriarchy in a bid to scare and control, and it means squat. So again, this was a download from Spirit, as I mentioned earlier. When I'm in my priestess role and I connect to Source and Spirit, they deliver information that is life-changing for me, but also for my clients. But then, of course, before I share any of this information, I do my due diligence and I make sure that the stuff that I'm delivering to you is truth. So they informed me of this notion of consumer credit being quite new and developed by the patriarchy in a bid to scare and control. And off I went, did my research, and discovered that this is in actual fact true. The notion of consumer credit scoring was only developed in the 1950s. Right? So in the grand scheme of things, that's a very, very new development. And it was literally designed by the patriarchy to scare people and control people, to get them thinking that if they have a bad credit score, they're bad people, that they're not good with money, that they don't deserve to have money, that they can't have the things that they want and desire, because that's the whole point of the patriarchy. The patriarchy is trying to stop you move into your expansive, destined abundance. So one of the easiest ways to control and scare you is using money, because it's the thing that we all have a right and responsibility to. It's the thing that we need for our stability and our survival. So it's the easiest way to scare the crap out of you guys, to create a credit scoring system which makes you feel less than, which makes you feel like you are not enough. And it's a fucking number, excuse my French, it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Your number, your credit score number, does not dictate how worthy you are of wealth. It does not dictate how worthy you are of anything at all. And actually, with the right vibration, a low credit score will not stop you doing all the things that you want to do. And I speak from experience. When I got my mortgage for my £1 million home when I was 29 years old, my credit score really wasn't great. And I had a lot of credit card debt at the time as well. And I still got my mortgage. I still got my mortgage because I was just at the vibration where I understood what money really is. I understood what debt really was, how to leverage it properly. I always carry a credit card balance, always. I had a credit card balance when I was 29 and applying for this mortgage, and I still have one now. And I'm going to explain all of this to you guys as to why I do that. But because I am so money conscious, it's irrelevant what my credit score is, and it's irrelevant how much credit I carry. I can still have everything I want, and I can still be cash rich as well as credit rich. Okay, so here's the next one. Where there is light, there is dark. And as more lightness appears in the world, the darkness appears in equal measure. So where universe hands out olive branches of credit, there are individuals, mostly reptilian, who will try to take advantage of the abundant support in order to prevent consciousness, because a patriarchy can't thrive under consciousness. So there's a few things here that I need to explain to you guys. I need you to think of credit cards and loans and overdrafts, what you guys consider debt. I hate using that word now. I just like to call it credit. This is actually the universe's way of supporting you. So if you are in a position where perhaps you're not earning the cash that you want to earn, but you get a letter from your bank saying, hey, take out a credit card, that is actually one of the ways that the universe is trying to communicate with you, to show you that it's abundantly supporting you. And that's an olive branch from the universe. And so many people are scared of credit cards and interest rates and all the things because of the patriarchal conditioning. And again, it's just a way that they control and scare us and like literally put the fear of God into us. And it's not necessary. And the universe wants you to expand. The universe wants you to be wealthy. The universe wants you to own your right and responsibility to abundance. It wants you to have all the things that you desire, and recognizes that sometimes when you're not cash rich, there's other ways. There's credit. Like cash and credit are equal. So the universe will extend the olive branch, and that's an opportunity for you to expand, for you to go and do the things that you want to do. And I'm not talking about using credit card for silly, selfish purchases, for things that don't serve the greatest, highest good. I'm talking about using cash and credit, or both, to contribute to the world in some way, whether that's self-improvement, self-development, investing in a business, sending your child on a school trip, booking a family holiday. If it comes from a high vibration, well-intentioned place, then you have every right and responsibility to use your credit consciously. Okay. And every time you fill yourself up, every time you invest in yourself or invest in your business or invest in your family in some way, shape, or form, it makes you a more expansive human being, and you're lighter and you're brighter and you're more beautiful and you manifest more easily, and you become a light in the world. But the patriarchy doesn't want light in the world, because the patriarchy cannot thrive when everybody is light and conscious. So this is why so much of the scaremongering exists. Okay, number 3, your banks actually want you to be in debt. It's good for them and for the economy. Banks are just businesses in the business of making money, just like the rest of us. Would you expect your clients to be fearful of using your services because of scaremongering? Obviously not. So why would you be fearful of using the bank services? If anything, they have the best payment terms on the planet. And this really is the truth, guys. The banks are in the business of making money. So they loan us money, we pay the money back, and we pay a little bit of interest. That interest that you're paying, that's just for the service of using the bank. That's the service that they provide. You provide a service to your client, they pay you some money back. That's how it works. You provide something, your client provides something. It's exactly the same with the banks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with paying interest. You're just paying for service. That's it. This is like a huge mindset reframe for you guys. So you have to realize that you are a client of the bank, and every time you pay them a little bit of interest, you're actually improving your relationship with your bank. And because it's a financial transaction, you're also improving your relationship with money. And this is key for raising your frequency and raising your vibration so that you become money consciousness. Every time you pay that little bit of interest, your bank thinks, yeah, this is a great client. This is a great customer. I really want to help and support this client. Let's offer her more credit because she's making a minimum payments. Perhaps she's making a little bit more. As far as we're concerned, we're making good money, and they are just a business. They are entitled to make money in the same way you're entitled to make money. And so this beautiful relationship develops. And for those of you who do have a good relationship with your bank, you will know that every time you maintain your credit card payments, you improve that relationship, and they will always reach out and offer you increased credit limits, lower interest rates, credit card consolidation loans, all the things to help and support you, because that is their business. They are there to help and support you financially. So anything that tells you to be scared of your bank or to be scared of interest, you can just ignore, because all of that's just fear and scaremongering. It's not the truth. Okay, number 4 is divine debt creation. Debt is divine. Understand that debt is a judgmental label of credit. You are not in debt. You have been given creative license to expand in consciousness. Anxiety around debt is only limiting the creative consciousness which wants to move through you to play and serve the greatest, highest good of all humanity. So this just, again, it touches on what I mentioned earlier. When you've got credit available to you, you can use that to expand your sole purpose on this planet. You can use that to invest in yourself so that you can invest in others, so that you can give back in some way, so that you can share your special gift with the world, and you can earn freely for it because you deserve to, because you have a right and responsibility to abundance. So credit is just another way for you to collapse time. If you really wanted to invest in your business or hire a coach or I don't know, start a new product line which required an investment of marketing and research, you could choose to save up over a long period of time from the cash that you receive and then do the thing, or you could just accept credit as your creative license to expand, and therefore you'll be able to do all the things much sooner and collapse time. And collapsing time is a good thing, because don't you want everything now? You don't want to have to wait for everything. Surely not. Your thing as a human being is to have a human physical emotional experience. So I want you to experience all that you desire to experience now. We don't need to wait for it, but we need to understand that credit is absolutely not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so let me come back to you guys. Where are your faces? I need to find that chat box. Where's that chat box? Let me find the chat box again. 1 second. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at all these messages. This is amazing. Oh, you guys. Okay, this is amazing. I'm loving your comments. Thank you so much. All right, let me move quickly on. There's something else that I want to share with you actually about credit and cash. According to the universe, credit and cash are exactly the same. They have exactly the same frequency. The currency on planet Earth is cash and credit. They are both equal. And so many of us have been scared into believing that credit is somehow bad and we can only use cash. But both are just forms of abundance. They hold exactly the same frequency. So I explained this to a client quite recently, because she was saying, oh, I've got 40K in my bank and I've got 40K on credit cards. Should I use my 40K in savings to pay off my 40K in credit cards? And I was like, let me put it to you this way. You've got 40K in the bank, you've got 40K in cash, and you've got 40K in credit. So energetically speaking, you've got 80K in abundance, right? If you use your 40K credit to pay back your 40K cash, if you use your 40K cash to pay back your 40K credit, you're back down to zero. You've got zero abundance. Do you want 80K of abundance, or do you want zero abundance? And she was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. And I actually shared this yesterday with Chris Harder's mastermind. I'm here in LA coaching his mastermind. And he backed this up, and he referenced Grant Cardone. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but he's a multi-millionaire. He might even be a billionaire. But Chris gave a classic example of how, I'm pretty sure he said 700 million. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. It might have been it was 700 million. Okay, so this guy's a billionaire. So he has 700 million pounds worth of, dollars? $700 worth of credit. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. I'll have to double check the facts and come back to you. But he shared this, and Grant Cardone shares, all about what he has in credit. But he explained that he's using the credit to leverage the impact that he can make on the world. He's making so much more impact because he's utilizing his credit in a money conscious way. Okay, so the money consciousness thing is the thing that I'm constantly referencing and always teaching, because that makes a difference. Grant Cardone wouldn't be able to make anywhere near the impact that he's making on the world and doing all the amazing things that he does unless he realized that that credit was his creative license to expand into consciousness. Every single successful entrepreneur has a lot of credit. They use a lot of credit. They're always doing loans and credit cards and overdrafts and just like all the things. It doesn't matter at what level you're at, whether you're earning thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions or multi-millions or billions. If you are money conscious, you will use credit. It's credit for expanding your creative consciousness. It's credit that you leverage and you use consciously. It's not taking out credit from a place of fear. It's not taking out credit to splurge and be silly with your spending. I would never advocate taking out credit to just do stupid stuff like, I don't know, buy a whole new wardrobe for yourself when you really don't need one. Credit is all about your creative license to expand your consciousness, i.e. to expand your self-development, to expand your business, to expand the way that you contribute to the world, to expand the way that you fill yourself up. Because when we are filled up and we are overflowing with love and abundance, we serve other people. And when we serve other people and we step into that energy of service, the money just flows in. Something else that I was saying yesterday, it's not actually about the money. Everybody gets so obsessed with money, like earning the money, paying the bills, but you're not here to earn money and pay bills. You're here to contribute to collective consciousness, to raise the vibration of the planet for the greatest, highest good of all humanity. You're actually here to make a difference. You didn't come to Earth to make money. You came to Earth to make a difference. When you completely shift your money consciousness and you move into that space of I'm here to make a difference, and you actually commit to doing that, then the money flows. But people find this so difficult because they get so bogged down and narrow-minded in worrying about their bills, worrying about their money, and like chasing the next big money goal. And that's not what it's about, guys. You need to get money conscious so that you can actually allow the money to flow through and serve you, instead of focusing on all the fear and the negative emotions that have got you to a point in your life where you're just not financially free. And that's not right. I am so passionate that that should never happen to anybody, right? So obviously I'm sharing with you guys all of this stuff about what money consciousness is and how it can completely change your life, and like some of these facts and things about money that perhaps you've never even heard before. But there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. I've shown you what you have to do, but the how you have to do it, now that's the key. I mean, that is the secret. How to get money consciousness, that bit is the bit that changes your life, you know. And I've given you some amazing insights, but there's more I have to give you. There's more I want to share with you, which is why I am so freaking excited to share with you my money consciousness method. So I've been doing this stuff for years and kind of figuring out as I've been going along, trying stuff, testing stuff, trying it with my clients, testing it with them, like really figuring out the vibrations, the frequency, the strategy, the hacks, like the daily routine, the personal responsibility, like all of the things, blending spirituality and science and strategy. I have finally managed to pin it down to a method. There is a money consciousness method, and I have put it all into an online program which will change your life. If you've already heard me talking about this, then you will know that the doors are open for enrollment for this program. If you're brand new to me, then guys, you need to listen to this. So all of my life's work and all the work that I've done with clients to transform their lives and my own life and like so many people's lives, to get from a place of being fearful around money to actually being in a place of abundance and passionate and profitable, and completely shifting their consciousness and changing their whole lives as a consequence, because they see the world completely differently, they experience the world completely differently. I've put it into an online program. There's 4 modules. So there's a creating consciousness module, because I have to do all the like consciousness work first. Then there's an understanding money module, because like some of the like tidbits that I've shared with you on here, there's a whole encyclopedia of stuff that I need to teach you about money, not just the bits that I've shared today. There's so much more. So there's a whole module dedicated to understanding money. And then in the 3rd module, we do actually making and manifesting the money, whether it's from your entrepreneur role, whether it's from your business, whether it's from your corporate job, whether it's from currently being unemployed, a stay-at-home mom, a mompreneur, in network marketing, in between jobs, in between businesses, kind of like stuck and not really knowing what to do. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Module 3 will show you how to make and manifest money using money consciousness. And then module 4, I call it returning your investment, because that's just like, it's just like the next level teaching. Once you've mastered consciousness and you understand money and you're actually making money, then I take you a step further and I make sure that you are constantly returning your investment, so that you are constantly pulling money through and you are that vessel for receiving money, and money flows through you with effortless ease, grace, and flow. There is like 0 blocks. So there's these 4 modules. But then this time round, the money consciousness method, I have included so many bonuses. I think over £12,000 worth of bonuses, and the bonuses alone are worth the investment of the course. Like the main focus is these 4 modules in the money consciousness method, because obviously you've got that method and that's life-changing. But just for fun, because I thought, why the hell not? Because it's the first time I'm releasing this method. It's like completely life-changing. The hundreds of people that are already signed up are having their lives transformed already. You guys have probably seen me on the Instagram, like sharing everybody, like having the most insane results literally 2 days into the program. 2 days into the program. But I wanted to have fun with it because I'm all about having fun. I'm all about showing you guys how to play with energy and play with money and really live your best life. So I included these 3 advanced training bonuses. So you will get my How to Make 10K in 10 Days program completely for free. That's a $222 program. You will get that completely for free. And that alone will ensure that you make 10 grand if you follow those steps and you do all of those things, right? For everybody, it's slightly different. Sometimes it's not 10 days, but it will show you how to make 10 grand over and over and over again, like all the time, using your business, your product, your service, your job, like whatever it is. There's also then my Energy Alchemy program, which is £333 normally, and actually you can't even get it anymore. The only way you can get my Energy Alchemy program is through the Money Consciousness Method, and that shows you how to become an energy alchemist, where you are capable of changing your own energy, changing your own emotions, your vibrations, but also doing it for other people. So doing it for other people in your life, your family, your friends, your loved ones, your clients even. There's a few Reiki healers that are in the program at the minute and just saying, like, this is amazing, like this is really helping them with their gift. Been able to use Energy Alchemy on their clients as well. It's an amazing program. I mean, you will have a whole new skill set at the end of that program. So you're getting that completely for free as well. And then we put together a brand new bonus training called Love Yourself Bundle. And in that bundle, I mean, there's so much content. There's business trainings, branding trainings, marketing trainings, soul trainings, money trainings, mindset trainings, guided meditations. There's everything in that bundle. And it's all about you loving all that you are, loving your business, loving your message, loving your service, loving your soul, loving your brand, loving your marketing, and showing you how to shift into that really high consciousness vibration with all aspects of your life and business. It's amazing. And then this time, as well as having me on 4 modules, all these, and every module's got loads of videos in them, but the videos are quite short. They're like 10 to 15 minutes because I'm like snappy, bite-sized, need to give you information really quick. Want you guys to be able to download it, implement it, understand it, and just do the damn work. I don't like to waffle. I like to just give you what you need and get the impact straight away. So there's loads of those really short 10 to 15 minute videos, but you've also got live coaching with me in person on the screen. Now, initially I said I was going to do 3 coaching sessions over 3 months. But I am willing to double the amount of coaching sessions that I give you guys. So you will get 6 coaching sessions with me if you jump in today before we close the cart, before we close the doors. We are closing the doors on this at midnight. So you've literally got like 14 hours to jump in. In fact, let me just pop a little link in here. There we go. AskHarriette.co.uk. That is in the chat box. If you guys sign up today, I will give you 6 coaching sessions with me. Not 3, 6. That in and of itself alone is £6,666 because I charge £1,000 an hour, right? So that is insane value. And then as well as getting coaching from me, you're also getting coaching from 3 guest experts. You will be coached by Sandy and Melissa, who have a company together called Ladies Aligned, and they're going to do the mindset stuff and the self-care stuff with you. You're also going to get a masterclass with Gemma Went and with Caroline Britton, and these 2 are business strategy powerhouses. So we've got 2 masterclass sessions with them. One for the people who are just starting out in business or have just got an idea, or maybe perhaps still in a job but thinking about setting up their business and need a lot of help getting their business off the ground and like making that first bit of money. And then the other masterclass that we're doing is for those of you who are already in business, already making, you know, reasonable-ish money, but really want to take that to the next level. So we're going to do a whole masterclass business strategy session on how to get you to the next level if you're already earning. And of course, with this Money Consciousness Method, it's an online program. So you guys have lifetime access to this. You can come back and do these modules and these trainings and these masterclasses over and over and over again. So if when you first enroll, you're starting out in your business and you do the masterclass that's like for people just starting out, when you get to a point where you're making money, you can just come back to the program and do the masterclass that will take you to the next level. So this is work that is constantly supporting you, guiding you, expanding you in life, in business, in money, in mindset, in consciousness, in spirituality, in awakening, in soul destiny blueprint. Like, it's all the things. And here's the best bit, guys. You can join today for £199. That's it. There's £12,500 worth of training. That's about $15,000. You guys can join for £199. And if you join today, I'm going to give you the extra coaching calls. So you will get 6 coaching calls with me. And that's where you can ask me all of your questions and I will guide you specifically on exactly where you're at in your life, in your business, with your money. I am here to help you in the same way that I help my clients and my mastermind clients and all of my other coaching clients. Yeah. You get me helping you. It's amazing. It's completely transformational. Full transparency, the program is £999. So if you pay in full, you actually get it's better value, £999 for the whole thing. But if you don't have £999, that's completely okay, because you don't need to have £999. You can do the payment plan for £199 per month until you've paid it off. Okay, so it's super, super flexible. It's super accessible. It's super affordable. It will completely change your life. We are closing the doors tonight at midnight. So I need you guys to go click on that link, mcm.askharriette.co.uk. Go have a read. Check out the program. If you've got questions, you just DM me, you email me, just ask me whatever you need to ask. I will help you make the decision so that you can really step into your money consciousness, and we can change your financial frequency from pain to profit, because that's where you deserve to be, because you have a right and a responsibility to abundance. So if you guys have any questions for me right now, just drop them in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. I'm just gonna take a sip of water. Has this training been useful for you today? Have you learned some new things about money that perhaps you didn't know? Are you beginning to realize why perhaps you've been stuck in the financial position that you've been stuck in, and that actually money consciousness is the way forward and this is the answer, and basically what you've been looking for, which is why you ended up here, because your soul brought you to this point. Your soul brought you to this video training so that you could realize that you don't need to be scared of where you're at. And if we just shift your money consciousness, we can change your whole life. It's the most amazing thing. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of questions in the private chat. So what happens if we can't make the second month's payment? Well, listen, the second month's payment will be a month after your first one. So at that point, you'll have done all of the money consciousness trainings, and you'll have had some Q&A sessions with me, and you'll have done the masterclasses. So you will be in a much stronger financial position, obviously, because this shit works. But if you find yourself still struggling after the first month, perhaps you didn't do quite as much of the work as you'd intended to, and you just need a bit more time to really get yourself money conscious, then you reach out to us. You do the money conscious thing. So I'll be teaching you like a lot about how to get really, really conscious with your money. But one of the things I talk about is your relationship with money and your relationship with your service providers. I'm a service provider. I am here in service. So you just reach out and you say, hey, we're struggling, and my team will just sort out a different payment date or a lower payment plan or something. Like, it's no big deal. We're here to support you. We want to help you get money conscious. And if we have to work with you for a little bit longer to make that happen, then we'll do that. I've got another question. How often are the live coaching calls with you going to be? So if you jump in today, there will be 2 a month for 3 months. So there will be 6 coaching calls in total. And we will be scheduling them once everybody is enrolled and the doors are closed, because we want to look at everybody's time zones and try and figure out the best way to schedule the calls so that everybody has a chance to get on at least 1 call, but ideally 2, to ask me their questions and be coached and guided by me. Okay, guys, do you have any more questions? Because we are closing the doors now in 13 hours and 15 minutes. So it's getting really, really close to the wire. This is a program that will change your life. If you have more questions, I really need you to come and ask them. Don't be sat there thinking, oh, I wonder if this and I wonder if that, and oh, I'm not sure. Indecision will kill you. It's such a low vibration. Staying in indecision is a really low vibration. If you feel like this program is really calling to you, if you're ready to get money conscious and there's something in you like, oh my God, this is the answer, or I need this, like I need to do this, listen to that soul energy inside of you. Listen to that consciousness. That is your consciousness speaking to you. Run with that energy. Don't stay in indecision. Don't sit there and say, you know, I'm going to do it next year, or I'm really not sure, or I'm not happy about, you know, where I'm at financially. This is the answer. This will solve the problem. Are there any group calls or support too? Yeah, so the coaching calls are group calls, but everybody's answered individually. And there's also a Facebook support group so that we can all communicate on a daily basis as we go through this program, and you've got access to that for life. So the community piece of this is amazing, and they're already kicking off, sharing things, sharing wins. It's so much fun inside there, and I'm always showing up in there, giving extra tidbits of advice and answering questions and just making sure that you get everything that you need from this program. That is my intention for you, that you get everything you need from this program. I am not going anywhere. I am always in that Facebook group. I'm always in my DMs. I'm always on my email, helping you, guiding you, getting you to a place of money consciousness. Yusuf says, I did that exactly. I felt compelled from a place beyond my rational mind, and I'm excited to begin. I'm so excited for you, Yusuf. It's going to be amazing. I hope you've jumped in already and you started doing the modules, and make sure that you're in the Facebook group and you're sharing with all of the expansive, exciting things that are happening there. People are having money wins left, right, and center. It's just amazing. The vibration in that group is like next level. I think community is a really, really big part of this, because I don't ever want anybody to feel like they're completely on their own in their own financial shitty situation. Like, everyone's got financial difficulties. It's normal. It's part of the patriarchal conditioning. I'm going to help you undo that. And when you realize that everybody's got their own story and everyone's got their own financial insecurity, but we can work through money consciousness together, that is transforming in and of itself. It's amazing. So guys, you've got the link there, mcm.carrot.co.uk. We close in 13 hours. Do not delay. Jump in. Do the damn thing. I will see you guys in the Facebook group. I will see you on the coaching calls. I will see you inside the masterclasses. You're going to be seeing a lot of my face for the next few months, but that's a good thing, because I'm going to help you change your life. So I'll see you on the inside. I'll speak to you guys really soon. Oh, sorry, one more question. How long are the calls? They're going to be between 60 and 90 minutes, however long it takes for me to get through everybody's questions and make sure everyone gets what they need. I keep saying this. I will make sure you get everything you need from this program. All right. I'm going to jump off because I've got another call, guys. I love you to bits. Chat to you soon. Bye.